Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Today we are in the greenhouse and you saw me move 2 tomato plants into the greenhouse. It's not past my frost-free date yet, and still I am moving them outside for a couple reasons. Number one reason is they are getting on my nerves. They're getting really big in the house and they are requiring more light than I can actually provide them right now. So I thought, we got the greenhouse up. The weather for the next 2 weeks is not dipping into the 30s at all. It's actually mid 40s at night. So I figure the tomato plants would be fine out here. Um, so that's another reason is because I think they'll be okay. If I do see that the temps are dropping super low, I will go and grab them and bring them inside, even though I don't want to. I'm kind of getting tired of maintaining like production plants in my house. And what I mean by that is like annuals that grow quickly and produce food or flowers. Like those things get really big really fast and they take up a lot of space. And yeah, I'm ready to get them out of my house. So I moved these tomatoes out. And first of all, these tomatoes have gotten huge. They were supposed to be like micro, I believe I planted micro dwarf tomatoes or like patio variety tomatoes. And these guys seem to be so much bigger than that. But that's another story. I'll show you guys what they look like. But yeah, anyway, so I brought them out here. They are in the Vigo self-watering containers and they have done really well outside of growing taller than what I expected them to, which makes me wonder, like, did I get the seeds mixed up, or did I, maybe they've got the wrong seeds in the pack. I don't know. Anyways, they're out here now. If it gets cold, I'll bring them in. The next things to come outside will be my elephant ears and my cannas. And I mean, technically, I could put the cannas out here right now. They seem to handle frost pretty well. Um, if it's a hard frost, obviously that foliage is going to die. But if it's like a light frost, usually they handle that pretty well in the garden. In the fall close to wintertime, they handle that really well. But for now, I'm going to keep them in there, but bring them out as soon as I clear space in here for them. But let me give you a tour of what it looks like in here. The last time I showed you the greenhouse, it might have been when we had that windstorm that threw everything off the shelves onto the ground. All right, so let me show you what it looks like in the greenhouse right now. So here's what it looks like just when you first walk in. Here, and I'll try to back up so we can kind of all see what's going on. I've got the screen out here that helps keep the bugs out. So that's what you see. Okay, so let's start in the back at the potting bench. So I got the potting bench from Aldi. It was $39.99 and was so easy to put together. Literally took me probably 15 to 20 minutes to put it together, which is nice. I appreciate a quick like turnaround, put together type of thing. But on the top here is one of the tomato plants that I had inside. So this says dwarf mocha cherry, and we've got bonsai micro dwarf tomato. So these ones aren't the ones that are really like screaming that they might be something else. And these guys have actually stayed pretty small. I think the problem really is the lighting. I don't think the light was strong enough in my house. Tomatoes need super good light, like more than what I can provide them. But this one in this container is doing really well. I think also hang on, there's a hawk or something going by. So incredibly loud. Anyway, I think I might keep a tomato or two. Seriously? All right, we'll just have to talk over it. Keep a tomato or two in the greenhouse all summer and see how that goes. I kind of am interested in that. I've been watching Monty Don, and he keeps his tomatoes in greenhouses. I think his reasoning is because of disease. So, but mine will be to just see how they do, how productive they are compared to being out in, the normal atmosphere. So back here, I've got my carnivorous plants, and I brought them out because I had a lot of bugs in here flying around, and I thought this would be a great idea to bring them in here. And they're like, my carnivorous plants come outside every summer. Like, they do well in sun, full sun, and they love like that mucky, wet, soggy soil. So they're perfect for being outside, being in the rain. They do prefer rain water, and not water from your tap or your hose. So if you can capture rainwater for them, I don't always remember to do this, but if you do, that's what they prefer. That's how they'll grow best, is with a rainwater. Okay, here are the coleus cuttings that we took on another video. They look great. They're not rooted yet. We just did the video yesterday, so they're just in here chilling. They look like a gorgeous bouquet. I still need to split them into two mason jars. I have not done that yet. I'm just procrastinating. I've got my rosemary that I brought out from indoors. I've had this rosemary about 2 years now, so this will be probably its third summer this year. So it's looking good. Here are some fig cuttings that I took from my fig tree that is outside of the greenhouse. I just took it outside the greenhouse today, but here's what it looks like. It's been about a week, and you can see little roots down in there. If you see that, the little white right there, those are roots, which is so cool. This one, I shoved, it was in water, and then I shoved it in this pot, and there's no roots on this guy yet. I probably should just put him back in there. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Okay. Down below on this shelf, we have begonias that I got from a plant sale at, where was it? Oh my gosh, I just went to it at the community, not community center, the what is it? It's like, it's for kids. Career Center. So I got these begonias from the Career Center that's locally. They have a garden design program, garden and landscape program. So I got these. The flats, the trays were $16 each, which is a steal. Okay, so now we've got one of our tomatoes that's in the Vigo self-watering container. And this is one of the ones where I was saying, like, it's so big and tall. And I wasn't quite sure if it actually was a micro dwarf tomato. So it got pretty big. It could potentially be stretched, but I don't think so, because I mean, just look how long and big the leaves are. Like, look how big these guys are. I feel like it might have been a seed that got mixed up, because it's really tall. It's outgrown the trellis quite a bit. So what I will do with this tomato is probably plant it in a bed somewhere, and not keep it, in this will be way too small. I'll have to top off the water probably every single day, just because tomatoes are heavy drinkers and feeders and lovers of light. So it would be easier on me to plant this into one of my raised beds. Over here, we've got two dahlias. We started dahlias together, and I actually brought the dahlias out about 2 weeks ago. They've been doing wonderful in the greenhouse. They love it out here, even when the nights get cool. The dahlias are doing great. All right, over here, we've got some frost tolerant things. We've got lettuce. What does that say? be seeded. Sometimes I like abbreviate things on the tags, and then I can't figure out what or why I did that and what this is. But I think this is lettuce. This is a red Russian kale. I'm having trouble with my red Russian kale. Whatever this seed packet was, it's struggling. Arugula, dinosaur kale. I was gonna say dino leaf, dino kale. We've got Osaka mustard green, another Osaka mustard green, and then down here is lettuce freckles and Yugoslavian lettuce. Neither of those have come up. I believe it's been long enough for them to germinate, so I'll probably dump those and start over, or just not sow any more lettuce seeds. We've got a bunch of empty shelves because it's still, late April, but it's still kind of early for me to really put a bunch of stuff out here. But I do have things that are ready to come out. This is here. It's empty. It's from last year. It's soaking wet, but it's heavy and it helps hold the greenhouse down. I got one here, and one there, and they are purely here to just weigh the greenhouse down when it's windy outside. I probably won't need to use them forever, but we've had super high winds the last few weeks, so it's been helpful. I've been using it since everything fell down in 2 weeks, or no, was it 2 weeks? About a month ago when everything fell down. So I enlisted these for help. Okay, so over here I have two different geraniums. So we've got the we've got the Pinto Premium Deep Salmon, and then the other is a Pinto Premium White Geranium. And I got these from the Career Center also. These ones were $18 for the tray. They're a little bit more. Okay, in this tray we have Columbine Leopard Gold, which is so cute. Look at the variegated leaves on those. I have two, and I cannot wait to plant them out. They're growing really well. I started them from seed. Got lavender. We've got, what was this? Tarragon, lavender, lavender, lavender. This is a canna that I dug up when I was clearing the space for this greenhouse, and I found this in the ground, and it was doing great in the ground. And then now that I've potted it, it's like squishy, so I probably will toss that. All right, next tray down, we've got some clearance plants that I snagged at Lowe's. We've got, this is a sea thrift, Morningstar Deep Sea Thrift. I have a couple of these in the garden already that I got last year. So I just grabbed a few. I think they're cute. They kind of have that allium bloom to them. I wonder if they're in the allium family. Let me see. They give us the scientific name. I don't see the scientific name, but they might be part of the allium family. So we've got begonias. These were sets of 8, and they were $2 each. Petunias, $2. More begonias, more petunias, all $2. And I believe these guys were $2 as well, or 3. They might have been 3. Yeah. Okay, so down here we have our cardoon, and then we have some raspberries that I pulled out from another garden bed, and I'm letting them kind of grow in here, and then I'll plant this in my near my other raspberries. But I'm really looking forward to the cardoon. They're very similar, if not exact, to artichokes, at least the way the plant looks. So I'm really excited to grow this. I did artichoke last year and the year before, and then this year I'm doing cardoons. Okay, so the next thing we've got in here is another tomato that is in a self-watering Vigo container. And this, we will probably have to move this too, because, or unpot this and plant it somewhere else, because the tomatoes are getting really big in here and tall. They were really outgrowing the space that I had them in and the light that I had them under. The light definitely wasn't strong enough, and the space definitely wasn't big enough, and I wasn't ready to allot any other space to them, just because I have other annuals growing that need the space that they're in. So I didn't really have any place to put it that would give it the right light. So that's why we're moving them out here, so we can try it out and see what happens. Now we're moving to this back corner. We've got petunias, marigolds, snapdragons. These I got from the career center. Look how pretty these are. So pretty. I love that color. Petunias, and these are double blooming, so they have like a really a roughly frilly bloom. It's so pretty. Can't wait to see those bloom this year. Down there on the ground, those are mushrooms, lion's mane and oyster mushroom that I grew in the kitchen earlier this year. I'm keeping those just to see if I can get another like harvest out of them. They say sometimes you can, so I'm just keeping them in the greenhouse to see what happens. Let's move up here. We've got cardoon, we've got tarragon here. These are the hens and chicks that I started from seed, and I think they're on video of starting these. They're doing so good. They look so cute. I love hens and chicks. We've got some more dino kale and petunias from Lowe's that were $2. That pretty purple bloom. Down here, I don't know why I have so much tarragon, but here's more tarragon. The ferns. So the Christmas ferns that we all started together, there's no growth. These are just weeds. They have not started yet. I don't know what's going on with them. They did get knocked out of the pots when the greenhouse got hit with the heavy wind. So I don't know. But what I do know is that they should be up, and they're not. We've got sweet potato vines here that I got from the career center. Here's some aftermath of the windstorm. So we got two of these that got potted, and I put them together there. It's just been kind of chaotic in here. And then here I've got sorrel and looks like collards over here. This was one of the strawberry plants we planted together, and the ones that I wasn't sure if they would grow, well, they haven't grown, and they should be up by now. So pretty disappointed. Down here we've got some strawberries. This particular strawberry I started from the skin of a white strawberry, and I love starting seeds that way. And I'm so happy to see these guys growing. This one has a little growth in there too, so I'm really happy about that. And then these other strawberries are strawberries that I grew from seed as well. They were strawberries that I got in like a seed packet, so not anything that I ate and then started skinned it and then started seeds from it. Yeah, that sounds weird, but yeah. Okay. Anyway, so we got strawberries. Here's another cinnamon fern that did not wake up. Right here we have some caladiums that I got from Lowe's on clearance. These guys are a rehab job. As you can see, they look very sad. So I've been keeping them in the greenhouse. I actually need to bring them out because I want them to dry out. They've been so moist. Um, they were moist when I got them from Lowe's, and then they've been pretty moist still here in the greenhouse. So I do need to take them out, and I'll do that today. We've got another dahlia. Coluses. So these are the coluses that we did propagations from. So these colas, those are the propagations. And this is the wizard mix that I got from the career center, and they're awesome. They look great. More dahlias, and the dahlias are doing phenomenal out here. Here are the figs I was telling you about that I propagated from and kept indoors over winter. We've got little fruits. This one. So that's pretty much all that's going on in the greenhouse right now. Everything is doing really well, looking great. I've got a lot of cleanup still to do, just like stuff that hasn't germinated. I need to get rid of it, dump the soil, um, do a little bit of tidying on the plants. But other than that, everything is doing really well. I'll be moving the stuff I have in my basement um, out to here probably within the next 2 weeks. Everything will be out. They say after Mother's Day is when you should plant, at least here in the Midwest or in Ohio. I'm in Ohio, so after Mother's Day, I usually start doing stuff before then, because as long as the nighttime temperatures are um, showing at like 45 and higher, I go ahead and bring my stuff outside and start acclimating it. If I want to plant stuff that's like more hardy, I'll go ahead and do that. We're not waiting for that actual last frost date, unless the temps leading up to it are really really cold. All right guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you have any questions. And this came from Timu, the greenhouse. I always get that question. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.